So I had to go get my nails fixed. They were looking very awful. So anyway, I want to show you inside my daily planner, and I'm so happy that I only used one book for August. You saw that I was escalating, and I used three books for June, two books for July. So I guess now I'm so glad that I'm back to just one book. So I did stick stuff in here while I was using the book, but I don't have anything else to put there. I did want to begin with, just to get a sense of what this month was about. Most of the month was vacation, and then school started. I thought this was a really good picture to begin with. And of course we have the calendar. So as you know how I do it, I have a picture of myself, I have my to-do list, and I was using, these are from washi tape. This was on a packet of some kind. I used a bunch of stickers from these. I really like how these stickers look, so I've used them up. All of these pictures I printed when I got back, but as you saw in my travel journal, I used the Instax printer and made those while I was there, but when I came home I just printed out all the pictures and put them back in. You guys know I like to keep my boarding pass. This was a picture of when we were landing in Montego Bay at the airport. I still have a to-do list, and I kept the tag from my bag and all of these little stuff here. This was payment for my check bag. Then this was this was my first full day at home. I ran into my college friend, my good friend Christopher. He lives that side of the island, so it was good that I saw him. And what I did here was I just converted a chip bag into a pocket where I preserve this product from Jamaica as well as use it. And this was also a product of Jamaica, so I tried to preserve that as well, as you saw in my travel journal. So another thing too that you saw maybe in the travel journal, where I have a brochure, but I put this one in here because I ended up going here in the end because the first place that I went to was not a nice place. It was cheaper, and I've learned a lesson that it's not always best to go to the cheaper place, even if the reviews are average, because I ended up spending a lot more, and I write a little bit about that here, than I would if I just went here and just spent whatever was being requested to pay and be more comfortable, be near the town. Where I went was far away. I had to use a shuttle. It was not a good experience. But I used a card here and just washi taped it in to sort of have this flip out. Still have my to-do list, some other things. I got this was the tea that I had at El Greco, and have sugar. These are products made in Jamaica. And then this is when I was going home, so I took the Knutsford Express and to go to the other part of the island where my folks are. Then I went home and I saw my mommy. Had some good food and patty, so as I said, you saw I wrote a lot more in my travel journal, and I kept more stubs and stuff like that, but I still like to have my to-do list because I knew that this was not going to be, August wasn't going to be vacation the whole time, so that's why I needed to have a separate book to continue my to-do list even when I returned. I went to my alma mater, took a shot there. This was like just like the courtyard. I took this off a bottle, and the funny thing was that it's misleading because you think it was coconut water. It was lemonade, but the name of the company is Cocoa Raw, which was confusing. And I told the lady who was selling it, I'm like, this is a bit confusing because I noticed that it has this label, but it's a brown color. When did coconut water become brown? And so that was when I realized. So I made this into a pocket. Saw my friend Nikisha and her kids. We went to Devon House. It was like 6 years, as I told you guys, since I saw her in person, so it was a really fun day. Some more labels just to remember what I was consuming, and also just to remind myself of all the stuff that Jamaica has to offer. Food, this is just a food page. I didn't have this that day, but I figured I would just put food. Like, I had this for breakfast, but this was some escovitch fish that I had while I was in Montego Bay. But I decided to just put it here because I ran out of space. Yeah, so this is the entrance of where I live in St. Catherine. I don't think I took a picture this day. I went to church with the folks. And these stickers really come in handy. It's like it has a variety of topics and functions, and there are lots of best day stickers. So while I was on vacation, sure, every day felt like the best day ever, but like, how many stickers can you have saying it's the best day? I don't know. But and then I went to my alma mater. I put that here. This is tracing paper because when it's flush against each other without any separation, it sticks together. So I just glued here so that I'd be able to flip back the page. And I did have some pictures of me and my mom and my dad, which I think I'm gonna put here on one side. I love this donut box, and I like the little peephole, and I said, you know, this would make a great frame, so that's what I did. I pretty much stayed home and did laundry, and I even kept the bag that the laundry detergent came in. You know, I said this is also something that you get, I think only in Jamaica you would be able to get this soap powder. So I put that in there, and I had some coconut. My mom brought home some coconut, so I drank the water and ate the jelly. It was a good day. And then I traveled to Ocho Rios and went on the beach. So it was just a few days before I was to leave, and I met up with my sister. So more coconut. This is me acting like I'm sleeping just to take a picture. So, yeah. And then we had Island Grill. You can see, and as you can see, the name there. And just took a picture of the food. Really loved it. They have a lot of variety. They're always busy. I don't think they'll ever go to business because they're always changing up stuff, adding stuff. It's really good tasting food. Loved it. And then this was travel day, so that's what I looked like. This was a meal that I had. It was continental breakfast, so that's what I had at Rooms on the Beach. My receipt for my check bag. This is a postcard that I got at the supermarket. This was the soap in the hotel room. And then I missed my connection and they put me up in the Hilton. Here we have a pocket and I put some receipts in. Alright, and this was the next day, where this was me in Atlanta and had this, so I just preserved it. You know, I just keep a lot of labels because it's fun to look back at and see what the labels look like, what I was drinking, what I was consuming. And this was the day before school started officially. This was the first day and I saw a rainbow which I thought was a good sign. When I was coming home, I was so tired because it takes so much out of you to teach and to get things organized. I love like these little sayings because, as you know, I don't really journal that much in my planners anymore. So now that I have a personal journal, so I just love that I have these stickers that can go in here and act as a motivation. And I had an extra page, so when I was at home I took some pictures of pictures in the family album. This is my siblings, this is me. And I was so serious in this picture. I think it was a passport picture, but this was a class picture, so I was a little bit more relaxed. I brought back some of these, and so when I ate it, I put it in here. This I have the books for, but I liked how vintage these look and I decided to keep it there. I braided my hair again in certain sections, so I kept this. The patty box, because I brought patties back with me, and so I use this as a pocket. This one doesn't have a lot of washi tape, so I'm wondering if I should put some washi tape like here and at the edges, because you notice that's what I've been doing as you went along. So I might go back and do that, I might not. And pocket, I have a receipt of something there. Yeah, more pictures. Receipts. I didn't take any pictures this day. This is actually for the next day, but I didn't remember to leave a space for a picture, so I just put it here and just made a note to myself. I don't know why it's a big deal, but just to say this wasn't the 27th, because 27th was a Sunday, and this was me back at school on the 28th. And I'm gonna put something here about the weather, because this was the reason that we did not have school on the 29th or the 30th, was because of the Hurricane Harvey. So I'm gonna put something here just to remind myself of what was happening. So I would have gone to school this day, but they canceled school, so I just did a bunch of stuff that I needed to do. Of course, I have a picture of how I looked that day. I need to fill in this page with something. And then the final day, this is me in the cafeteria. The funny thing was that when I went there, and a man said, "I'll pay for your lunch." I said, "Are you sure?" Because I kept asking if he was sure, this elderly gentleman, and I said, "Well, thank you," because I suppose that, it doesn't happen very often, and so if somebody wants to be nice, you can accept. And so I said thank you for doing that. That was so unexpected, and I enjoyed my meal. And yeah, so that's it. I'm so proud of myself that I did not make it too chunky. I still have a lot of interesting things going on, and I didn't have to have more than one volume. Now, the other thing is, I don't know if I want to make another book right now. I've been so busy. You guys haven't seen me very much on my YouTube page uploading a lot of stuff. So I got this from Michael's, and I said I really enjoyed doing the traveler's notebook for traveling and you know, writing about my day and so on. And I did try to do this as a planner at first, and I didn't like it, but I'm gonna give it another try, and I'll see if I can do this for September. So I'm gonna try, because I don't know, I would have to make another book, and I'm really swamped right now, so I don't know if I'm going to get around to doing that. You know, I'm famous for changing my mind, so you may come and see that I do have a new September book that's like this. But for now, I'm like, I don't know. I even got some more of the small film for Instax, the Instax printer, so that if I don't have any ink for the main machine, I can always just print out one, and it's small enough, and we'll see. And I'll be using some of these stickers, you know, and make my life a little easier, because this is the crunch semester. This semester I really have to produce a draft of my dissertation, as well as teach, as well as look for a job, so that I will be employed once I finish. So lots been going on, so I don't know about making a bunch of books. I do have journals on my website, and I do have some journals that are in various stages of completion, so that you guys can get them, as I showed you guys the journal that I'm giving away. So I am doing stuff like that that's already in the works, but I'm talking about adding new stuff, starting from scratch. That might be a few weeks away, so I hope you're patient with me. I do think that there are lots of stuff that you can get on my website right now, so just check that out at wandikagale.com/web-store. okay, and I got this from Michael's as well. I think I'm gonna cut this off and use this as my to-do list kind of thing. So that's basically it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Walk good.